Going in, you should know that this is a Shane Black written feature. For those of you who don't know, this is one of the faces on the 90s Mount Rushmore of action movies, so with him attached, this sequel should have lots of guns, fights, car chases, jungle fever teammates, etc. Speaking of jungle fever, we catch up with our Ebony Ivory heroes from the last film. We have to sit through some filler footage before some of the real action starts. The one good guy's all tormented or whatever. Doesn't look like it, but he's still traumatized from the events in the last movie he starred in the franchise. He's spending his days working and nights watching TV, avoiding sleep at all costs. Alright, now here comes the bad guy. Dude's in his lair sitting all casual in his lazy boy and casually shoots this other guy in the head. He's just begging for some attention from our main characters like an idiot. Well, the idiot bad guy gets what he asked for, and the hero guy starts threatening him on camera like, "Do we have a problem?" type stuff. And the bad guy's like, "Oh, okay, I think we have a problem." So their worlds are about to collide, and you as the audience think the hero has the upper hand only because the assistant to the bad guy comes to the hero's doorstep and starts snitching on the bad guy, giving up all types of valuable intel. But before the good guy could start connecting the dots, bad guy sends 2 or more helicopters to go all Michael Bay on his beachfront property or whatever. Look, there's no way I see this dude coming out of this alive. And never mind, he easily disposes of the 2 helicopters. I, for one, did not see that coming. These are supposed to be bad guys? They're some of the most politest bad guys I've ever seen. They end up letting the good guys slip through their fingers multiple times throughout the movie. It's like they're doing it on purpose or something. To recap their failures, you have the helicopter thingy, and there's another part in the movie where they kidnap the black guy, and no, he doesn't die. And there's another part where the good guy brings a Home Depot gun to a gunfight, and no, he doesn't die. And there's another part where they try to drown the main character, and you guessed it, and no, he doesn't die. Bad guys suck at killing their enemies, but they do a superior job of killing friends of their own. They kill the hell out of the boss's assistant and manage to piss off the main character. They piss him off even more when they try to assassinate him once again and fail miserably. Things get serious when he's driving and he's on the phone all emotionally unstable and stuff. I mean, you know it's serious because he puts on his blue trucker baseball cap to symbolize it's game time as he prepares for another showdown. Of course, main hero guy wants to go in guns blazing, but secondary hero tells him, "No, thank you, sir. We have a hostage situation on our hands." They compromise and the secondary guy agrees to save the hostage while the primary guy will go after the leader. Sounds good on paper, but first they have to find the bad guy headquarters. There's this white paper they stole earlier in the movie I forgot to mention. They never understood what it meant until they start watching some old home movies and get a better idea of the bad guy's plans. Ebony and Ivory find out the bad guy's hiding spot and head to the loading dock. A dangerous place to have a battle as the good guys almost die a couple times swinging around on those cargo thingies. They split up and other guys kicking major butt and surprisingly has crazy aim. And you, sir, are not too old for this expletive. Main guy's kicking butt too at first, tossing his enemies left and right. Main guy struggles when he gets to his last bow. In fact, this is one of the few movies where a secondary character ends up killing the main villain, which makes sense since the hero boy did enough and was way too tired to take credit for all the body counts in this movie. In the end, our hero has so many bloodshots, his face looks like the Red Ranger. I'm just glad he manages to have a sense of humor about this whole thing. Yay, lots of innocent people dying, it's so hilarious. And here are the 24 reasons these movies are the same. List anything that I missed in the comment section below and click the subscribe button for more weekly 24 reason videos.